early morning on the flight line at Bagram Airfield, and a flight crew is getting ready to go. Bagram is the main supply base for the military in northern Afghanistan. Cargo is loaded on the big CH-47 Chinooks, the Army's powerful workhorse in Afghanistan. Other helicopters spool up and move out. The mountains in eastern Afghanistan run 12, 13, even 14,000 feet high, but the engines on these helicopters are so powerful the crew doesn't have to fly through passes, they can fly right over the top. Our big Chinook climbs into the air. The nose points northeast towards Kunar Province, near the Pakistan border. It's one of the most unstable regions of Afghanistan, right across the border from insurgent strongholds in Pakistan. We fly through the mountains along the deep valleys cut by rivers, with many small villages passing beneath us. Our two-man reporting team is going to the Pech Valley in Kunar Province. For a week, we will move between U.S. Army camps dotted along the valley floor. We fly to Kunar and land at another base just outside the valley, and take a convoy of MRAP armored vehicles and Humvees to our first destination inside the valley. Pech Valley is a notorious place that until last year was isolated, with many small villages that resisted the influence of the Kabul government and the Americans. That's changing now, and as security improves, the villagers sign on with the government, but it's only happening in the main Pech Valley. The side valleys are still unstable and violent. We reach a base named Able, Maine, where a company of soldiers lives. For them, this is home for a year. Here we will see what it's like as the soldiers hold the line against the Taliban by trying to win the hearts and minds of the villagers. It is not an easy place to live. Soldiers of Able Company 126 Infantry at their base camp named Able, Maine. This is the heart of the Pech Valley. A few minutes before, insurgents attacked the base with rockets and machine guns. The attack was disrupted by incoming helicopters and fire from the Americans. Some insurgents were killed and the rest hid. The soldiers turned from the hunted to the hunters and try to hit the remaining insurgents who are hiding on the slope.
I'd say if they're going to do anything, they're going to stay in their holes until nightfall, and they're going to try and reorganize and hit us again at dawn, because that's going to be it.
As they fled, the insurgents dropped a number of mortar rounds on the slope of the ridge above Able, Maine camp, which is located at the bottom of the valley. The soldiers fire mortars to try to destroy the insurgents' munitions. It's easier than walking up the slope and destroying them by hand. The helicopters return again and again to see if the munitions lying out in the open are destroyed and to see if the insurgents have shown themselves. They could be hiding anywhere in the rocks. As the mortars prepare to fire again, the soldiers suddenly spot movement up on the ridgeline. Lacking a firm identification, they quickly call off the mortars.
Hold on, stand by. Stand by. Hold on. We got packs. Close combat, here's what I want to do. That mortar cache is not going to go in here for a second. I got eyes on the packs right now. I'm looking at them myself. Break. I can walk you in from the ANAOP.
Here in the Pech, villages line the slopes of the valley. The distant figures on the hill could be goat herders, or they could be insurgents, or they could be insurgents trying to look like the local people. The soldiers try to figure it out.
See that big square rock right there? He should be coming out to the right of that here in just a second.
Okay, I got him now.
They in the draw?
No, not yet.
Okay.
They are above it.
Getting this wrong could cause innocent people to be hit and set back efforts to bring the villagers onto the government side.
You're right here in front of us.
Okay, hey, check it out. You see the prominent white rock? Sorry, the rock with the white splash on it? Okay, they're on that rock.
First off, I see your binders from it.
Too easy.
Helicopters circle, trying to help identify the figures.
You go, you walk yourself left.
Yes.
There's a rock, big rock in the sun.
Yes.
The one in black looks like the younger version.
Okay, I got
How far
it.
they move?
I got it.
Will? I got more packs walking up to the left right here too.
Just
In the end, the soldiers decide the figures are ordinary farmers. After years of operations in this area, the insurgents are still able to mount harassing attacks.
They firing one gun.
Today's attack is just one of dozens of similar incidents the troops will experience here.
Oh.
Soldiers' lives are consumed by an endless round of ticks and patrols looking for an elusive enemy who constantly tries to gain the advantage.